You're listening to a Tales Yet Told production. Viewer discretion is advised.
Voices in the Wood is an actual play series drawing inspiration from Gothic fairy tales and 80s sci-fi action and horror films. As such, a list of content warnings, cast members, and music selection will all be made available in the description. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the way, way back, the den of nostalgia and portal to a world long gone, 2048 AM, Voices in the Wood. I'm your host, with the most love for buttered toast, Lil Harry, and with me on this journey, as always, is the Wolf Pack, Reggie and Donnie. Let them hear ya! I hope you all are doing wonderful this evening. It is a beautiful day out here in the sublime, as always. A little cloudy, but, nothing wrong with clouds in the sky. Help paint a beautiful picture of, rather than just like blue, I guess. I don't really know. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm just kind of living life, as much as I can, and I hope you all are living life too. But enough of that. The Wolfpack and I are ready to sit back, relax, spin the clock back a bit. And if this is your first time joining us in the woods, let me give you the lowdown. Thanks to the genius mind of our producer, Maggie Bly, we're bringing you jams beamed down from just outside this humble little county of ours. That's right, from out there. So, if you've got a song you've been itching to listen to again, or you're ready to discover something fresh, give us a call over at 931-218-6631. That's 931-218-6631. And you know what? I've got a song to start us off here. For some reason, I don't know, I've been just going through our library. I saw it, I listened to it, and I haven't stopped listening to it since. So now you all are going to listen to it with me one more time. This is In the Morning by Craig Shea.
In a letter I wrote to myself, we live impractically. I can barely keep my thoughts straight through this empty cup of coffee. And I'm working overtime, but I'm not sure it's in me. For money I'm not sure I want, that I'm not sure I need. And these nights are getting to me, sleepless uncertainty of who I'm going home with and where I'm gonna be in the morning. In the morning. We live impractically. I can barely keep my thoughts straight through this empty cup of coffee. And I'm working overtime, but I'm not sure it's in me. For money I'm not sure I want.
And that was In the Morning by Craig Shea. It's been my favorite, and I know it's going to be yours. Wish there was a way you could, I guess, listen to it. Other than, if you just come here, chances are I'll probably play it again. So you're just going to have to come back another day. Now, we've got our first caller. Reggie, if you want to beam them on over here. All right. Hello there, stranger. You are on Voices in the Wood with Little Harry. Who's calling?
Hey, little Harry. My name's Francoise. Just call me Frankie. Frankie, you might know me from the outskirts of town. I do the night patrol, or I'm one of the team.
Yeah. Frankie, how's it going? What's on your mind?
You know, I'm not gonna lie, Harry, when you first started this show up, I was a little bit skeptical because I just don't know what value there is in thinking about the outside, consuming the materials from outside, the sublime. Feels like it's tempting the patience of the stranger a little bit.
Okay, Frankie, I'm going to be honest. You came at me with a lot right off the top there. You sound like some of my teachers. Uh, hmm.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go hard on you. I just feel like it's having some consequences that maybe you didn't quite intend.
Uh, Such as what?
I mean, a lot of us don't think about it, like even if we were there. And a lot of us were comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with that. But my boyfriend Lucky, he was never comfortable with that. And when your show started, he got, I don't know how to put it, nostalgic and jaded at the same time.
Jaded, how so?
It's like when you play these songs from before or from outside, it made him feel like there was a person that he was supposed to be, or that he was at some point, that was taken away from him or locked down. And I mean, first of all, can I just say that, like, the stranger saved us?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I agree.
I know exactly what I'm doing with my life. I know exactly what everyone around me is doing with my life. And that's the way it should be.
Right.
And it's a gift, frankly. And Lucky and I started fighting about that. He started having thoughts like, I don't want to be a pizza delivery guy anymore.
I assume, is that his role? I assume?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, he always kind of thought that was kind of crappy. And I just think there's no shame in being a pizza delivery guy. Just like there's no shame in being a night patrol person. Everybody needs protection. Everybody needs pizza.
I love pizza. Yeah. And I get that. I hear where you're coming from, but I don't know if the music is necessarily to blame for that. I mean, music is, it's music. I don't know if you actually listen to the show, Frankie, and like hear people calling in, but there are a lot of people who call in who find a lot of hope and joy in being able to connect with this thing that they once had. And obviously everybody's a little different. They're going to take it a little differently. And I'm sorry that your boyfriend is, taking it, in some way. But I think more than anything, these kind of like roadblocks that we come into is like that's the test, right? Making sure that we are actually bought in to the sublime, and making like I think that's something that you and your boyfriend are just gonna have to work through. I don't know if that's our fault for playing music.
Look, I'm not saying it's your fault, but I am saying that we used to have fights about this kind of thing like once a month. And then your show started and it was like once a week, and after a couple weeks it was every single day. Like, don't you ever think about the outside? Didn't that song make you remember? And I don't wanna, I don't want to think about that. And in fact, when I think about that too hard, I think about those creatures that I see scampering off into the forest and how disgusting they are, and how I'm so frustrated that they can't just be happy where they're at. And eventually it was, every fight was turning into this. Frankie, stop talking so much shit about everybody. Frankie, stop leaving your clothes all over the floor. Frankie, stop smoking so much. Frankie, stop calling my mom whenever we have a fight. And those would all just evolve into, Frankie, this isn't who we are, but it is who I am. Okay? And now Lucky isn't, now nobody can find him.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, I'm really sorry to be experiencing it, honestly, especially when I saw something a couple nights ago outside of town.
Mm-hmm.
Usually they avoid me. They know how I feel, you know. I don't want to be around them. They can do whatever they want. To me, they represent the ultimate betrayal of the stranger. This one didn't run away when I approached. It didn't run away when I clicked my flashlight at it. It had long ears. It had distended, long feet. It had some fur in some areas, skin in others. And I think it knew me. And I think it might have been lucky. And I think this show might be what started all of that, Harry.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm Frankie. I'm going to be honest. I don't quite know what to say. I'm sorry if Lucky has, undergone the curse. That's not really a thing I wish on anyone, and certainly not the reason why we do this show. I mean, I'm not looking for anyone to turn their back on the stranger or the sublime. I just, I wanted to give people a place to be able to connect with each other and be able to understand each other, especially because there are people like I've never been to the world outside of this. And I do think about it sometimes, but not in a way where like I want to leave the sublime, but in a way that there are people that I love and get my dad and is from that world out there, and I don't know anything about it. And so doing this helps me, be able to connect with him in another way. And I think I don't know. I don't know what I think, Frankie. Honestly, I'm sorry.
I am not calling in for your apology, Harry.
Then what would you like?
I know you said about connecting people, about bringing them closer together. That's what I'm hoping you can do for me. I want to send out a message to Lucky.
Okay.
And in doing so, I'm hoping that I'm sending a message out to the stranger too. Because I don't appreciate that what Lucky went through put some doubt in my mind as well. I don't want to be jaded like he is. I want to have hope. I want to know what my role is. I want to be happy fulfilling it. And so if Lucky and the stranger can hear this, I want Lucky to know that he shouldn't show his face around me anymore. And I want the stranger to know that I haven't lost hope. But I have noticed the webbing coming in underneath each armpit.
Sorry.
Stranger, if you hear this, take it back. I've been serving my role so faithfully for so long, and I'm so sorry that I entangled myself with someone like Lucky. You know my heart. And take this song as a warning to everyone else out there who might be becoming jaded.
Is there a song you'd like to hear, that you'd like Lucky to hear, a stranger to hear in this moment?
Yeah, thanks, Harry. I want to request the song that started it all. It's called Lucid by Marcellus.
Okay. Reggie, if you can, yeah. Thanks for your call, Frankie. And I hope you can find some peace and some...
Thanks, Harry.
Yeah.
Just don't question too much, Harry.
And this is Lucid by Marcellus.
You have to like me. I don't really like me most days. I could turn it off, but I get money off the replays. If I shut it out, how else would the message get relayed? The big day, the big boom, the big move, the street loud. I hold back till the wind catch me. My lighter don't like that. The storm cloud is so black. Ain't no more disorder, and nigga may go Rorschach. You don't have to ask. I tell you why I'm like this. I was raised to believe that solutions comes in capes and spandex. Sick of the heat, sick of the inches and feet. Smelling the roses, pockets filling with posies, splitting the sea. All the days that I've lost, all of the pain. All of the minutes, all the friends that I've forgiven, all of the women that I've loved, all the men that I've rejected, all the pretending. Sick of the plot, sick of the rot, sick of complaining, sick of the snot, sick of the tears, sick of just saying. Is you is or is you ain't just jaded? A man you are, but act just like a boy. Well spoken, but oh yeah, such a baby. The more you talk, you seem to lose your joy. Is you is or is you ain't just jaded? A man you are, but act just like a boy. Well spoken, but oh, you're such a baby. The more you talk, you seem to lose your joy. And that's all I have so far.
I was like, why?
I was standing at the park, having foot hill lick on dirt. I tried to do a trick. The board popped up, hit me in the dick. I got hit in the balls. I got hit in the balls. I got hit in the balls. I got hit in the balls.
Whoa, 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 hold up. You mean to tell me that there are no upstrokes in this song at all? Alright, I'm gonna need to talk to somebody's manager right now.
In the pit, better show. This where fly no place to go. I was shouting up against the wall. My brain tree hit me in the balls. I got hit 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 in the balls.
And that was Sack Tap Part 3 by Urban Crater. Because honestly, that's kind of what that call felt like. Not gonna lie. I understand that there are people out there who don't necessarily agree with what this show is about and why we do this, you know. And I just want to remind all those people out there who do feel that way, you can always turn off your radio whenever you want. But, I'm going to just try to move on from that. Whenever I need to get myself psyched up for, something that I need to really do, I put this song on so I can just, kind of get out of my own head, get into my body and just do the thing. So here is Inconceivable by Horrible Timing.
So I can't see the world.
man, that was inconceivable by horrible timing. Sorry, I was hoping that song would help push me through past that last call, and honestly, I'm still kind of thinking about it. That really fucked me up. I'm so, any teachers listening, I'm sorry. Reggie, can we? No, it's okay. No, that's already out there. You know what? That it is what it is. I'm 18. I can say what I want. We've got another caller coming on. You're on Voices in the Wood with Lil Harry. Who's calling?
Hello?
Hi.
Is Delroy on?
Yes. Are you Delroy?
Delroy is the name.
All right, Delroy. What's on your mind?
First off, Delroy would like to say thank you for running this here show. Delroy listens to it when Delroy makes clocks.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm glad that we can have something while you're while you're doing your clocks. Are you a clock maker?
Yes, Delroy makes clocks. Delroy makes everybody's clocks in town.
Oh, all right.
Once you have a clock, you don't really need a new clock, and so...
Yeah, I imagine you're good at making clocks, so one will probably do you.
Yeah, until it needs repairing, and then Delroy just sits in the shop, waiting for another clock order.
You get a lot of clock orders?
No, but Delroy still makes clocks. It's very likely that you have a clock from Delroy, too.
I mean, probably. There's a clock in my room. My dad bought it. I don't know where it's from. It might be from you.
Is it made of wood?
Yeah.
Then that's Delroy right there.
Oh my! Well, thank you for making that. You know what? That clock has kept me on time for as long as I've had it. So it's a good clock. Good looking clock too. Very well made.
Delroy thanks you.
Thank you.
Now, the reason Delroy called is a matter of time. Delroy supposes that perhaps the last caller might also need a little bit of time. Time heals all wounds, they say.
You sure do. Is there something you need time for?
Delroy has all the time in the world. And yet, all the time in the world is not enough for Delroy to figure out everything about the world.
Yeah?
Delroy has a lot of time to think. And yet, Delroy can't figure out why Delroy is growing feathers.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Delroy doesn't know if it's a thing to be sorry about yet. Delroy means the stranger put Delroy on this path, and Delroy has done everything right.
Have you, I'm sorry if this feels a little personal to ask, but I mean, since we're here, your role as clockmaker, right, Delroy? I mean, you enjoy making clocks, right?
Delroy makes clocks, but Delroy doesn't know if Delroy enjoys making clocks. But it's what Delroy does. Delroy was born here. Being Delroy is all Delroy knows.
Yeah.
And Delroy enjoys listening to this show because it gives Delroy a little bit of a sight into what's going on outside.
Do you ever think about, like, I guess, I'm interested because I know how I feel, right, and how like me and my friends feel. But I mean, as another person who's never lived out there, what do you think is out there? What is it that you think about?
Delroy speculates. Perhaps a leprechaun or two, unicorns, rainbows, pots of gold.
I wish.
But here in Sublime, we have everything Delroy could need. But who would Delroy be out there? Why would Delroy want to leave? Who is Delroy? Who Who is Delroy outside of this town?
They don't always need another one. I mean, is there another version of Delroy that would be nearly as good?
Delroy. Sometimes Delroy gets more wrapped up in the carving than the mechanizing. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps Delroy outside of Sublime County would be a sculptor. If sculptors are out there. Are sculptors... Well, I guess you wouldn't know either, huh?
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I imagine probably, right?
You do have a lot more time than Delroy does, because you're younger.
Yeah.
What do you think you'd do with all that time? Do you think this show is going to keep going long after Delroy ticks the last clock?
I don't know. I've always, I've talked about it before here on the show, but I've been in show business for a while. My dad's in, media, so I haven't really imagined what life would be like outside of that. I mean, there's the extent that me and the Wolf Pack, we had a band, with when Jasper was still around, but we all have our roles now. We're all like doing our thing. We're doing the show, and I guess we've just found ways to, or at least I can speak for myself. I found ways to find the joy in what I'm doing by finding pieces of what I originally thought I wanted to be doing and what I'm doing now. Right, where like I my role isn't musician. It's not a band member or anything like that. But I can host a show where I play music. My love of music and stuff. I can share that with people still. I don't really get to make it anymore, but I guess I don't need to in order to be happy, right? I can still be in music and sharing music that I love with people. So I guess if I lived in a world outside of that, I could just do it, right? But then I would also have to deal with all of the other problems that outside world has, because it's not all leprechauns and rainbows, from what I understand. I mean, people wouldn't be brought here if it was that good.
Delroy spends a lot of time inside. Delroy has a lot of free time. And during all that free time, Delroy thinks, what if Delroy spent a day outside? What if Delroy went out and helped Bob down at the ice cream shop for a day? If Delroy didn't have to wait. If Delroy saw people every day instead of once every blue moon. If Delroy knew who he was outside of the carving, 60 ticks, and a little hand. But Delroy's glad to hear that someone else has a little bit of direction. Delroy hopes that the Wolf Pack continues to run together.
I appreciate that, Delroy. I know everybody. I'm watching them in the studio now. Oh, you got Reggie crying. Reggie, appreciate that, Delroy. Genuinely. Is there a song you're looking to hear right now? Something I know I know you're not from out there, but maybe something you've heard on here before, something someone's told you about while buying a clock or anything like that.
A few weeks ago, Delroy was particularly sour. Someone came in and told Delroy the clock was broken. Delroy said, "Are you sure the clock is broken?" And Delroy opened up the back of the clock, and it wasn't broken. It was just the gears were a bit dirty, couldn't turn as well as they could. But that customer, they lashed out at me. They were so upset. And there wasn't anything Delroy could do about it because Delroy was just being Delroy. And Delroy did Delroy right. And then this song came on the radio. New Low by Nightlife, Delroy thinks you said.
Yes. Yeah.
And that song really helped Delroy. Delroy would love to hear it one more time.
I can do that for you, Delroy. Hopefully it helps you now and continues to help you in the future.
Thank you.
This is New Low by Nightlife.
dead poet. Get off the train admitting all the things I've known. What have I described for? This atrophy, the recoil of memory. It worked for you. Could it work for me too? Too many drinks. Figured out what makes me sing. Too many drinks. Suck it in, it makes me sting. Body stopped and fell apart. What I inherited. This ground bed solid. Open my eyes and feel them breathing down my neck. All these strangers gave me dizzy rings and blurry scenes, like all the things I've lost. Left there in the mud that marks the morning after. Lost in time. Rearrange what makes me mine. Get lost in time. Rearrange and call it mine. Your mom found God again and talks about the accident, like you're still there beside her. Inside your house, I feel like I can never change. It's the same as when we played then. But how about me, the mail-in, the absentee? I know you anywhere. It means so much you care. Caught up in everything that's past. Knocks me on my ass. Knocks me on and knocks me out. Oh, the gravel pit mounds that took over your lawn are like burial grounds for the man I never bothered to know. Your dad appears slinking out of the closet with a face like a funeral. I see his name carved in his eyes on the glass of the breathing mask. Ask me to search for you. I'm a time machine bomb as I scour your lawn and I burn for you. There's another bait I could have guessed when we were young. So you snitch your tongue, you're undone, sucking cigarettes down just to get through the day. And I'm
And that was Vesper by Good Looking Friends. I I know that there are a lot of people who listen to the show for a lot of different reasons. And I am happy that there are many people who do find, I don't know, who get something out of listening to it, something positive. Though I know not always, music isn't always positive, right? It makes us feel things and makes us think about things, and not all of those things are feel good in that moment. Sometimes I listen to Vesper just so I can kind of feel like, I don't know, like a villain. Sometimes, like, villain's not the right word. Like, I don't know. I hope that this thing that we're doing is good ultimately, but I know that that is not always the case. But we don't always know the effects of what we do until we see it in action, and I will just have to keep moving forward, and the show will keep moving forward, knowing that there is good that we do. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will get to you all back in a short while. Hey everybody, it's me, your boy, Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer, the voice of Lil Harry, but also the voice of myself right now, telling you that I appreciate you for listening to another episode of Tales Yet Told. We put a lot of work into this, and a lot of ourselves, a lot of heart, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and so much energy goes into making this show, so the fact that you spend any time of your day listening to it means a lot to us. So thank you. And there are some ways that you can help us if this is, in fact, a show that you are enjoying. First, the easiest thing, you can give us a rating or review over on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Good Pods, whatever it is that you're listening to this on. You can go give us a rating or review and let people and us know how you feel about the show. I mean, honestly, in the amount of time that I've talked about the fact that you could go rate and review us, you could have just done it. Give us 5 stars or 4 stars, whatever it is that you feel is appropriate, or write a little blurb for Apple Podcast or whatever, or in Podchaser, to let people know what it is that you are enjoying about the show. And honestly, that also lets us know what you're enjoying about the show. And maybe, we can take that to heart and keep that moving on in the future. It's just a small thing that helps us be able to talk about the show and know what it is that people are enjoying so that we can keep bringing it to people. So if you could do that, that would be wonderful. Another way you can help support the show and support your closet, by getting some Tales Yet Told merch. You can get some of our merch over at merchyetsold.shop. That's merchyetsold.shop. I mean, honestly, I'm loving the new merch that we have. The new store, it's been great. People have already gotten some of their stuff, which I'm super excited about. And I hope, if you do get some merch, please take pictures. I would love to see you strutting your stuff with the merch that we made, because that's just cool, right? Everybody wants to see someone wearing a thing that they made. So, yeah. And hey, if this helps, I'll even give you a little discount code. If you go to our store, merchyetsold.shop, and you have an order that's $20 or more, you can get 15% off that order by using the discount code LILHARRY. Capital LILHARRY will give you 15% off your order of $20 or more. See? Don't we love it when things are just a little bit cheaper than they normally are? I know I do. So hopefully you do as well. Unless you just want to, unless you got one of them big wallets and you can just spend money however you want, big dog. Do what you want. I'm not going to stop you. It's your wallet, your money. Do whatever you want. Last thing that I have here, I just want to thank everybody who helped make this possible. From my fellow co-producers, from my editor and sound designer, to all of the cast members and all of the music artists who very graciously gave us some of their music to be able to use in this, so we can also help showcase them as well. And you can find every single person who helped make this episode possible in the episode description, as well as links to their social media, links to the music, links to the playlist of all of the music that is in here as well, so that, you could go check it out. I've added a lot of the songs from this show to my personal playlist because, I mean, the music's just good, so why wouldn't I, you know? Why would I deprive myself of good music? And why would you deprive yourself of good music? See? It sounds silly when you think about it. So go check out that link, or not that link. Check out the description that has that link. There we go. It does have a link to the playlist and also everybody else's stuff. So just to give a shout out to all of the amazing people who helped make this possible. And that's all I got for you. That's all I got. I just wanted to sit here with you for a little while longer, since we're buds now. Okay, I'm going to send you on back to the show. Thank you so much for listening. And welcome back, everybody, to 2048 AM, Voices in the Wood. As always, I am your host, Lil Harry. If you are just joining us here in the woods, don't forget, if there is a song that you've been itching to listen to again, or maybe you're trying to discover something a little bit new, you can call us here at Voices in the Wood at 931-218-6631. That's 931-218-6631. Now, I know it's been a bit of an emotional day for me, at the very least. And so, sometimes when you're having an emotional day, you just need to get all those emotions out. You need to just flush them all out, bundle it all up, just let yourself feel them for a moment, and then just breathe it on out. And sometimes, in order to do that, you just need to cry. So here's a song that always makes me cry, Rotten by Missouri Surf Club.
Tell him careful walking up the stairs, those floorboards might not hold. You can blame it on the weather, but your heart is frozen cold. Tell him your mouth's covered in cobwebs, are stretched across your teeth, but he won't seem to mind kissing you anyway. And he'll pull you straight from the coffin, same flowerize your graveside shot to whiskey. And he'll see that your bones are rotten when he's inside you. How much skeleton can he see? So when you gonna tell him that nothing grows in corpses, there's nothing he or anyone can do? When you gonna tell him your skin can't hide black insides? Oh, there's nothing left of you. And you're gone and your bones are bleached by the sun, and you're no good. When are you gonna tell him, baby? When are you gonna tell him, baby? Tell him careful waiting up for you, 'cause you don't plan to stay. Good wives don't speak their trouble, so just drink your wine and pray. Tell him tainted isn't pretty, and imperfection ate you whole. Your pride like water in your lungs drowns all the words it stole. Clean hearts can't be built on devotion. Silver thread won't make them new, we never torn, no. Said veins keep on singing to open, but all he feels is that they're gonna keep his skin real warm. So when you gonna tell him that angels don't fall easy, there's nothing he need to say it. His lips are cracked and stained red just like yours. When are you gonna tell him that every kiss you've given up just kills and makes you die a little more? And you're gone and your bones are bleached by the sun. And you're no good, you're no good. When are you gonna tell him you're no good? Nothing moves and corpses, there's nothing healer anymore. You're no good. When are you gonna tell him you're no good? Your skin can't hide black inside, no, there's nothing left. There's nothing left. You're no good. When are you gonna tell you're no good? Just can't fall easy, there's nothing healer anymore. You're no good. When are you gonna tell him you're no good? Your eyes can't hide dead inside, no, there's nothing left. You still got holes. The funeral's tomorrow, and he'll be wagon.
That was Rotten by Missouri Surf Club. Yep, happened again. Let's Reggie, let's get another caller in here. All right. Hello, you are on 2048 AM Voices in the Wood with Little Harry. Who's calling?
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
I am... Oh, your voice is coming in so clear.
Hello.
That's-
Yeah.
Surprising. I'm going to be honest, I didn't think I would be able to do this.
Oh, okay. I mean, you know, as long as you've got a phone, you can call on in. So, yeah, I mean, hey, you're on.
I guess I have a phone in the way... There's a payphone by the overgrowth south of... It doesn't matter. I don't think I could explain it in a way that matters.
Okay. Who's calling?
That's a great question. You can call us Jenna.
Jenna?
But really doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay. You don't care what I call you. Okay. Hey, that's fine. What's on your mind, Jenna?
So somehow I've been able to listen to your show. I want to know how you are.
I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. I'm going to be honest, a little confused as to you seem to be confused as to how you are calling and also how you're able to listen to the show.
Oh, I'm sure as to how I'm calling. I suppose there's many reasons, like you said, that we're calling onto the show, right? Do you think that a well-adjusted person would be calling in right now?
Wow, that feels loaded. And also opens up a very interesting question.
We're seeking connection?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people call in, and I don't know if I'm necessarily qualified to determine who is and isn't well-adjusted.
Yeah, that's not your role.
No, it's not my role. I will say I guess I do get a lot of calls from people who have things going on in their life, who are looking for people to talk to, looking for ways to connect. I don't know if that necessarily means that they're not well adjusted, but
it says more about the state of how we are in society rather than the people, don't you think?
I guess. Are you going somewhere with this?
No. That was more so for you to think about. I don't think I introduced myself very well. I can give it a shot.
Yeah, go for it.
You know about Dex's Diner, right?
Yeah, I think I've been there before.
It's a little weird that he's primarily the only guy there. There used to be line cooks.
Yeah, I guess that's weird that he's the only one there. I mean, again, I haven't been there recently, so I mean, I guess there's no line cooks there.
That doesn't strike you as odd?
I mean, there's a lot of people who work alone. I don't know if alone's the word I want to use, but I guess it feels the most right. We had a caller who, she works on a chicken farm primarily by herself, and that I guess wasn't really like a good situation for her. It was a little frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
And then Delroy from earlier also works at that. Is okay. I think
folks.
Yeah, fine folks who seem to work by themselves. Is there?
What do
I
you
guess.
want to know about me? What do you want to know about us?
Well, I mean, you're throwing me a lot here, Jenna. What do I want to know about you? What's your role?
We used to be line cooks.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I do want to be clear. You did say that in like a plural way, in which as if you were multiple line cooks.
Yeah.
Is there someone with you someone with you where you are right now?
That's a hard question. I think so. It would be easier to say we're together and we're no longer line cooks. And we died.
Um. What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Jenna?
Oh, it's how a lot of people disappear. Like it's not polite to talk about it, but we used to be line cooks, and we don't remember much, but there was two of us, and we realized we couldn't retire, and then we couldn't work anymore. And the bridge between those two events is fuzzy still, because I'm still gathering myself, but I'm here now, so maybe I came back wrong. But
what?
I died, and those are the events that have led me here.
Okay, is this a prank? Is this is this like what you know what? No, I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with what you're saying.
Yeah, extend your imagination, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna, there are a lot of weird things that happen in the Sublime, things that I don't understand. So I'll, let's assume that you were line cooks and that you died, I guess, at a point and came back wrong. Gosh, okay. How? I mean, do you? I've never really thought about questions I would want to ask a dead person before, I guess. How did you come back? If you had died, how did you come back?
You know at the old tree?
The one over like the old tree, that one?
Yeah.
In Oak Creek, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Our memories weren't together at the time, but one of us was a possum. One of us was a tick, and we died in the tree. And we're here now. And there is something I assumed, and I also assumed, and we assumed that would be the end of it. Because a possum and a tick, why would they be together? Firstly, that felt like cruel irony, but there is something special about the tree. There's also something wrong with the tree. Maybe that's why I was able to call in.
There's something wrong? Wait, what do you mean there's something wrong with the tree?
Oh, there was a reason why I called in. The train.
What?
Is everyone okay? Like...
What do you mean? Okay. All right, you said a lot of things very quickly.
I can roll it back.
Yeah, the train? That part?
Yeah.
What train?
There was an accident.
There was a train? Not that I know of, not that I've heard of.
What day is it?
It's Wednesday.
Oh, that was on me for not asking the right question. But I guess if you don't need to drive tomorrow, I would recommend to all listeners to avoid the outskirts near the tracks. That's my thing.
By Oak,
I think.
by Oak, by Oak Creek. Wait,
Yes.
what is happening? What are you saying right now?
I don't think anything happened. I just want to hope that I'm wrong.
What? Jenna, I gotta say, this is the wildest prank I've ever heard.
Yeah, right? Like, who would fabricate something like this?
I don't know.
Everyone happy and unchanged. They're not listening in. But we're just here, reaching over the radio waves. That's kind of magical, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wish I had a more concrete answer as to why I was calling, but there are so many people that wish to speak but can't. So that's probably why they call in, right?
Yeah. That feels right.
Do callers get performance anxiety? This is strange. One of us always wanted to be a speaker. None ever panned out. But
because you were a line cook.
We were line cooks. And it was going well until one of us decided to paint our nails. And I still don't know why they did it. It was... I've never seen Dex look so offended and so angry by something so small. And then it was like that role had no joy in it anymore. So neither of us could be what we meant to be, even if we were good at it, even if we didn't even need Coke to do what made us good at what we do. So that's how easy it was.
Coke isn't...
Oh, you're 18, right? Like...
Yeah, wait, were you doing cocaine in the diner?
No, we just said that we weren't. But I don't know, doing it by himself, I don't know if Dex needed help. It's also not my place to speculate.
Dex is... you know what? I guess that's also not my place to speculate. Also, what Dex is doing is what Dex...
It's more like a stereotype for line cooks, you know? Like...
Yeah.
It's really hard work.
Yeah.
And it's often very thankless, except for the joy of giving something to someone else. And when that joy is taken from you, that role, you can't individually pull yourself out. And even us together, we couldn't pull ourselves out. And so we became so small until we had to cut our contract. Well, we never talked to Dex after that. So
you just left.
Yeah, and we still we do miss it. That's the strange thing. Were you born here, Harrison?
Yeah. People call me Harry. Harrison's my dad.
Oh, how do you prefer to be called?
Harry. Harry works.
All right, Harry. Glad you like it.
Yeah, but I was born in the Sublime. My dad wasn't though. Nor was my mom.
How do they feel about it here?
I mean, they like it. I mean, my dad. I don't talk about it a lot, but my dad rather enjoys it. He's you might know him or have heard of him. The listeners have probably heard of him. Harrison Hill over at Foxhole News.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real iconic voice of his, which I remember. The jukebox was nice. The radio was nice. All of these things are just very nice. So I think I just want to impart something on you, Harry, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
This is art, but it's something that you want to do, right?
Yeah. I mean, we started this. It's our, it's our final project. I could have, I guess, chosen a number of things to show that I'm capable of being a host and entertainer, and this felt like the closest thing that I could do that was similar to what I wanted to do when I was younger. So that still like fit within my role.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I could say everything that I wanted to say in this time frame. So instead, I'm just going to say, please don't take that choice for granted. And also, don't take it for granted when your choices are taken away. I don't know if that will happen. I don't know if that's an if or a when. But be weird, because you're gonna need it eventually. Man, this doesn't even feel real.
Yeah, it doesn't, does it? I appreciate the words. I'll definitely think on that.
I don't know how to hang up. I'm going to be real. I'm strangling a payphone with vines. So if you want to dial me out,
Yeah.
I'll try and call in some other time.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be cool. Is there a song that you? I don't know if you can listen to music, but is there a song that you would like to hear?
Music's very powerful when it comes to memory. So the jukebox was never the best at playing the songs that we liked, but there is a song called Metamorphic, Anti-Meridium. I think the artist is called Curse Words, but there aren't actually any curse words in the title, so if that's in the library, I think it should be.
I think it is. Hey, Reggie, can you check them? It is. Yeah, we can. I'll play that for you, Jenna. And I hope. I don't know what I hope.
I hope I get to do this again.
Yeah, this was interesting, to say the very least.
I'm glad. Never a boring day.
Never a boring day indeed. This is Metamorphic by Curse Words.
Proposition, an awakening, become an angel or death becoming. Get the feeling the summer's dead. All your little stories from elation to dread. Just to hear your voice. We'll keep singing. Oh na 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 na. Fuck the ending. We'll take it with us. I won't live without you. Time won't live without me. I won't live without you. Time won't live without me. never gets any easier. When things could change, and so can I. So let's get back to getting back. I will give up on giving up. We're giving up on giving up. Rewind the tape. Give it another listen. There's surely more to life than this. That must be something that you missed. We're giving up. I'm giving up. We're giving up. I'm giving up.
And that was Given Up on Giving Up by Eat Defeat. You know, sometimes life takes you places and you gotta know when to stop, but also when to keep moving. You know, you gotta keep moving forward. And this has been a weird day. This has been a really weird day. And I'm gonna keep pushing through. We're gonna keep pushing through because you know what? We're giving up on giving up over here. Gosh. I hope deep in my heart that last call was a prank. Because if it's not, I genuinely don't know what's happening anymore. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what's happening anymore. I feel like I'm going crazy. Just a lot to think about, I guess. I remember when I told my dad that I was going to be doing this project when, it was time for us all to come together, pitch our project, and get it done by the school. And I told my dad about it. And I had, before then, we had already started collecting a lot of this music just because, we had found it and, we wanted to be able to listen to it. And, it was inspiration for us when we were still going to be a band. And there was this one song that I really, I don't know, there was something about it that, I don't know, something that just felt right about it. There was something, I don't know, maybe there was some message in it or something that it was, I didn't quite get in that moment. And I really liked the song, and I was going to show it to my dad, but I decided against it. And honestly, and since then I haven't really listened to it that much. Every time it came on, I would actually skip it because honestly I don't know why. So you know what? Let's listen to it. Hey, Reggie, could you ready up the Suburbs by the Cold Rex? This is Suburbs by the Cold Rex.
It's funny you should ask me why I never visit home. It's just awkward that your company makes me feel more alone. And I'm tired of pretending nothing's wrong. We used to get our laughs in the cheapest fucking ways. It never seemed mean, but I've been thinking back these days. And I'm the one that's changed. Sometimes I wish you could do the same. And I've been trying to wash these words off of my lips. Find something honest to replace them with. And I don't hate you, I just know you'll never get it. And you don't have to get it. And I wish you wouldn't ask about my best laid plans. You wouldn't like the answer if I had one. And your disappointed looks, they always keep me on the hook. But I refuse to die
what you want. But this isn't about you. This is what you want.
I'm just trying to flush the suburbs from my blood. And I'm scared you're the person I'll become. And I don't hate you, I just know you'll never get it. And you don't have to get it, you just have to respect it. This isn't what you want, but this isn't about you. This isn't what you want. This isn't what you want. This isn't what you want. I'm just trying to clean the garbage from my floor. Or maybe just hide behind my door. I don't hate you, I just know you'll never get it. We'll probably just forget it.
And that was Suburbs by the Cold Rex. I don't know if I should have just listened to that. I'm going to be honest. Let's get the last caller in here. One last call before we end all of this. Hello, you are on 2048 AM, Voices in the Woods with Lil Harry. Who's calling?
Lone wolf to Wolfpack. How you doing, Harry?
Oh, no. Hello, Officer Park. Welcome to Voices in the Wood.
Hell of a fucking show, huh?
Hell of a fucking show. What's on your mind?
I kind of wanted to ask you a little bit about what's on that mind of yours after that song. You know, you're an adult. I don't have to talk to your dad if that is not something you want me mediating on. So we're just gonna scoot on past that concept.
Yeah, what's going on in your life? That's what I want to know.
We are enjoying a nice fine evening over on the lookout. It's just in my car, having the entire day at this point, honestly. Just a little tickets here and there. Have any issues this time getting just to the mall again, Harry?
Nope. I follow the speeding limit. That's I try to keep it on the straight and narrow. Just heading to school, back home, friend's house every now and then, the mall every now and then, but trying to stay clean.
Clean of the speeding limit, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Is there any other reason you're calling other than instigating with I guess I'm not a minor anymore.
Am I instigating something?
I don't know. Sorry. It's been a day. I'm sorry.
I've been listening just throughout all the, just all the driving and all the whatever. What do I gotta say? What's on my mind? I mean, I was thinking about what I wanted to call in. I was like, what kind of shit am I gonna grind on this kid's gears about? Just because. Just because I can. Just because I'm on the road over 12 hours a day at all times,
Mm-hmm.
But then that song came on that you just put on. And I know you didn't really sound like you particularly wanted to talk about it, but I kind of wanted to talk about it, if that's all right with you.
You're the caller. I just talk about what you want, so sure, we can talk about it.
Okay.
Are you drinking?
Yeah. It's the end of the day.
Aren't you still on your... Never mind.
I'm still in my car.
Understood.
I have to turn the car on so I can hear the radio.
Yeah, no, understood. Yeah, I understand that's how you listen to the show. And I also understand you were drinking in your car, I imagine still on your shift. But hey, who am I? I'm just a kid. I'm just a kid.
You're an 18-year-old man is what you are.
I'm in high school. Whatever. What? You wanted to talk about this song? I'm sorry. This is a weird energy I'm bringing, but it's been a very weird day. And you came out shooting.
and I understand it. You listen, 2 men off the clock. I guess you're the one working this time. So, sir, I'd like to talk about the song that you just put on. The song that you put on.
Suburbs by Coldrax.
That one. Is your dad not? We have to get too hard into it, but is your dad hard on you at all? Is that something you gotta worry about at home? Expectations and things like that.
I feel a little weird talking about my home dynamics on broadcast.
I'll talk about mine then. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Just at the very least, we don't have to talk about yours. We can talk about mine. Whatever. It's fine. My parents are in jail.
Okay. Did you put them there? I'm sorry.
No, that's a fair question. Hey, again, 2 men just having a conversation.
Just having a conversation.
It wasn't a traffic violation on their part. Fraud, evasion, all that sort of thing. And do you do small jobs or anything like that, or is this you just focus on school?
I mean, I don't really do small jobs anymore. I mean, I used to, I did a little film and television. I was when I was younger, but now that I have my role, I primarily just stick to that.
Yeah, your role. Well, yeah. Before all that, whatever. Just before finishing high school, by the good graces of the whatever we got up there, I was doing small things, small jobs, odd jobs, weird favors, whatever I could, bartering, whatever, to get my parents some more cash so that they could go out in basements and gamble it away. And that kind of stuff definitely does not leave you for a very long time. The whole act of making money.
Small jobs.
Running around with things I wasn't really sure what I was running around with. That kind of small jobs. And for my parents to not even make a profit. They were bad gamblers. You ever done poker, blackjack, any basement stuff, kid stuff?
I mean, me and the Wolfpack, we've played
candy,
poker, yeah. I mean, yeah. Also, allowances and stuff. It's mostly just for fun.
Yeah.
You good over there, Officer Park?
Yeah, everything's good. But yeah. My older sister. She never, grew into her age or anything like that. She was always the smallest one. Everyone thought that I was older, which was very strange. But she got a really great role. Do you know what she ended up as? Doctor.
That's pretty good. Doctor's pretty good.
And she it was like when she was when we touched down here and we got our roles. Whatever that really meant for me, I guess. She was the one whereas I was the one supplying the cash. She was the one making up for the rest of it. So, that all being said, sometimes your poor doctor sister can't catch up with everything, and the blame does have to be shifted accordingly. And with the contacts that I was able to get eventually, I was not going to let that continue. So, I just hope, maybe at some point, maybe not on the air, I can see where maybe that was very ham-fisted, ham-handed, whatever, ham situation.
Ham, yeah.
To everybody out there, you don't gotta love your family. You can send them straight to jail if you want to. And that's just one of the thoughts.
You didn't even stop talking to take that drink.
It's gonna run out of it. It's gonna fall out of my. It's heading its way on out of here. I gotta catch up with it.
Are you okay? you make an interesting point, Officer Park. Yeah. You know, I was very lucky to have been born here.
Were you?
Yeah, both of my parents wanted me, I assume, and this is all I really knew, all I really know, and I can't imagine. I mean, there are a lot of people who have their parents assigned to them,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess I can't take it for granted that my parents are my parents, and I also can't take for granted that my dad does care for me in many ways.
But your parents and adults and cops, just like me, can all take you for granted. And sometimes they do some sneaky shit that they should not be doing, in and out of the whatever the situation is, with the roles and whatever the stranger is, whatever. And punishment is due. If not outright carceral punishment, rather, just a good old piece of your mind conversation. I do my thing, you do your thing. You don't tell me how the stranger, whatever, is supposed to tell me how to do it.
Yeah. Is there any song I can play for you, Officer Park?
Today was so fucking busy. It was just, there was so much going on. I want to hear something that everybody at the very least, what time is it right now? Like, we're getting
7 p.m.
We're getting there. It's just we're coming off of happy hour. Sometimes some places the happy hour extends maybe like when we're like 3 or 4 hours or something like that. So if you're lucky and you're listening to the radio at a bar right now, we got there's this one song called Drinks by the American guys, American Sons, American Children,
American
Television. Yes. As
all right.
As a toast to all of you, I hope nothing bad happens tomorrow. We can just take this drink and relax and not think about anything. Good night, Harry.
Good night, Officer Park. This is Drinks by American Television.
One that welcomes the weekend, cadavers clean ourselves up off the street. Wait in line for cold empanadas, just something to soak up the drinks. Soak up the drinks! Drag out the goodbyes through a city sunrise. These rooftops offer retreat from the pace down there on the street. All these half-poured bottles over broken hearts. All these
Tell me where I'm supposed to go when it gets cold. And I don't want to find myself home alone. It's been a year and that shit gets tired. It's been a year and I'm fucking wired. Everything has changed from what I could see, but I won't let that kill the soul inside of me. We exhale the last of our bonfire lungs, and I'm afraid of everything that's left to come. Tell me where I'm supposed to go when it gets cold, and I don't want to find myself home alone. It's been a year and that shit gets tired. It's been a year and I'm fucking the types we used to know have planks across the doors. No warming welcome pints, just cold in early nights. Cities asleep, bands in bed before 9. I'm out again, but I'm having a horrible time. Tell me where I'm supposed to go when it gets cold, and I don't want to find myself home alone. It's been a year and that shit gets tired. It's been a year and I'm fucking wired. Tell me where I'm supposed to go. Tell me where.
And that was Nothing to Write Home About by Horrible Timing. It's been a day. It's been a day. I'm going to be honest, everybody. I don't really know what to say. When we started this show, this was not necessarily. I don't know. I guess I just wasn't expecting this whole thing to be so divisive, and so stressful. I guess. I mean, some days are better than others, but this one certainly doesn't feel like it. I don't know. It's you know what? Maybe I just need to go home. Maybe sometimes you can't give up on giving up. Sometimes you just gotta give up, I guess. And you know what? I give up on today. I give up on today. Start fresh tomorrow. I hope all of you have a better day than I did, and I hope you all get home safely. For those of you drinking at 7 p.m. in your cars, and for all of you just in general out there, I'm sorry that this has been such a bummer. There's no real good spin on it that I can really think of in this moment. Maybe that means I'm bad at my role, or maybe just some days it's just hard to do it. And it kind of feels like that for today. So, we're just going to close it off here and head on home. So thank you, everybody, for listening to 2048 AM, Voices in the Wood. As always, I've been your host, Lil Harry. Backing me, as always, my friends, the Wolf Pack, Reggie, Donnie, let them hear ya. And with that, I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Don't forget, even if a tree falls in the wood and there's no one there to hear it, it still makes a sound. Have a good night, everybody.